Very good morning, students. Welcome back to second year physics. About a potential, actually we are discussing. In that potential, we finished the problems. And let us will move to the applications. See, there are some applications are there on the basis of this, based on the electrical potential. So the first one application, I would like to tell you, first application, here about by using actually Gauss law. This is the very clear information by using a Gauss law. Already we know there are three bodies. One body using a uniform thin wire or uniform long wire, infinitely long wire. See, we know the formula for uniform infinitely long wire field intensity. By using a plane surface, that we can say plane sheet. Second, third one, spherical shell or a conducting sphere. There are three cases are there. On that basis, again we have to find the electrical potential also. So that here you write electric potential, write like this, electric potential due to, right, due to a linear charge density. That is, you say, you take a like uniformly long wire. So for this uniformly long wire, if a charge is given, therefore charge distributed overall throughout the length of the wire. Will you clear? Already we know this, but now we are finding potential, not field intensity. Already field intensity is over, so that the field will come out. Therefore use that area, construct a Gaussian surface which is in the form of a closed area. Then field is act, or you remember this diagram? Yes. So through this area there is no field intensity. Of course through this area is no field intensity, but only through this will get, because these are parallel, then we'll get the electrical field intensity. By using this, that electrical field intensity will be E is equal to 1 by 2 pi epsilon naught lambda by r. Are you remember this? Now is asking find a potential also. V is asking, right? E given, no? There is a relation is dV is equal to integral minus integral E dot dr you take, because here r is there, no? Integration method now we have to take. So your integral dV is nothing but a V minus E is nothing but a 1 by 2 pi epsilon lambda by r into dr. Very simple, right? So V is equal to minus 2 pi epsilon naught lambda into 1 by r dr. So here V is equal to minus 2 epsilon naught. It is integral 1 by r is nothing but you say log r, right? This is the answer for infinitely long wire, the charge distributed throughout the wire of a given like this. Clear? So this is already we know. That's what you take a directly integration method. Like here other one is there, that is about a what? You say due to a plane sheet, and here we can also call non-conducting sheet. Due to a plane sheet, which is second case, plane sheet, that is non-conducting sheet, we can also call non-conducting. Conducting sheet, right? Conducting sheet, you take a plane sheet. For this plane sheet, if charge is given, therefore charge distributed throughout the sheet, then construct a area. By using this area, you say A, B, C, D, and this is the radial distance. E will act, and through this area only, and here also E will act, and here it is you say E is like this, and ds bar, whereas ds1 and this is also ds1. Through this area there is no field intensity, because which is perpendicular, and it is, we know E is equal to sigma by 2 epsilon. Again use the same, dV is equal to minus integral E into dr. So dV integral is V minus integral sigma by 2 epsilon naught into dr. So V is equal to minus sigma by 2 epsilon integral dr. Of course V is equal to minus sigma by 2 epsilon naught integral dr is nothing but a r. This is the answer related to what? For the case of plane sheet, if it is given. Plane sheet given like this, therefore we can take it and we can go through like this. Clear? And last one, that is about a conducting spherical shell, right? For this spherical shell, we'll do the derivation, and you go through these two derivations. One is a infinitely long wire, one more is a plain sheet or non-conducting sheet. Third case, that is a spherical shell or conducting sphere also we can call. So the question is spherical shell. See, your first one we can say outside. We know outside also there will be a electrical field intensity. Let us say electrical conducting a sphere or spherical shell, or we can say conducting sphere, right? You say like this, you draw a conducting spherical shell or spherical shell or a sphere, right? So that there is a charge given, charge distributed uniformly throughout the spherical shell like this, right? See, radius of the spherical shell is r, and at a point outside, we are saying first one outside already we know the answer. At this point electrical field intensity, because you construct a one again spherical shell like this. Using this, at this point you write a ds bar and d or in the parallel. So at a point of this, we know electrical field intensity, the condition is small r greater than capital R. So E is equal to kq by r square it is, which is we can say outside. Outside it is. So is asking V, no, at this point V is asking integral dV is equal to minus E dot dr, because it is a E given, no? Remember, if E given, then you do integration method. Then integral dV is nothing but a V minus integral k q by r square into dr. So you take a minus kq is common, 1 by r square into dr. So V is equal to minus qk, r you take up, then it is becomes minus 2r. Okay, then we can say method of integration, there is a formula is there, x power n dx, then x power n plus 1 by n plus 1. So it is a integration method identity. Then here also we apply same thing, minus kq, it is r power minus 2 plus 1 by minus 2 plus 1, of course. So V is equal to minus kq into r power minus 1 by minus 1. You cancel this. V is equal to kq by r it is. It is which is outside the spherical shell or conducting sphere we can say. Clear? Go through the derivation. Right? Suppose if the point lies on the spherical shell, yes, of course we know on the spherical shell, on the spherical shell, that is small r is equal to capital R, because here the small r and as well as the capital R are equal. Simply you replace V is equal to k q by capital R. Clear? It is on the spherical shell or a conducting sphere. Right? Now let us will move to the third case now, which is inside. Inside. See, inside in the sense is actually inside electrical field intensity is 0. Do you remember? Say once open that. In case of a electrical field intensity by a spherical shell. So you go through that, there is a derivation is there for that, you look into that. Now coming to the point is, now it is just inside. So inside in the sense is what will happen, you draw like this, the point is at a point like this. So at this point we can say, here you tell me, is there any charge inside? No. When there is no charge, electrical field intensity will be what happens, E is equal to 0, of course. Then here is asking dV is equal to integral minus integral E dot dr. So V is equal to minus 0 into dr. So integral 0, you remember integral 0 will be constant, that is we can say constant. A constant in the sense is whatever is there 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by r, whatever on the sphere is there, on the spherical shell is there, that is to be there inside also at any point except center. If it is center, r will be 0. So that at any point except center, that is will be remains the same, 1 by 4 pi epsilon q by r. On the sphere or on the spherical shell, whatever it is there, no, that is to be represented as same. Okay, this is what it is, the cases related to whatever the given conducting spherical shell, or we can say conducting sphere. Clear? Yeah. So this is all related to what? About a cases by application of Gauss laws. Of course, we have other also, other like a like a uniformly regular bodies are there, but it is not required. That is for only neat point of view, right? So we'll see the next topic. In this case, equipotential surfaces. Side heading as you take equipotential. Potential surfaces. Sir, what is equipotential surfaces? Very simple, I'll tell you. Equipotential surfaces are nothing but the potential is everywhere is same, right? If suppose I'll tell you, you take a one sphere, right? For this sphere, if a charge is placed at a center, therefore the charge will act, or the intensity will act equally in all directions. The locus of all, that is we can call locus of all points. See, from the center it is to be distributed same equally, that we can call as the equipotential surface. On the sphere it is will be same, that's what locus of all points which have the same potential. Suppose you say from this point, look at this point, a potential. Again you look at this point, of course it is a potential. Like you take a same potential will be there. That's what we can call locus of all points from the center. It is to be remains the same. See, equipotential surfaces are nothing but the potential is to be same everywhere in the given a field is nothing but we can call equipotential surfaces. The surfaces are which are perpendicular to the field intensity. Very clear. That surfaces which are perpendicular to the field intensity. Here it is equipotential surfaces at every point is same as the potential difference. Suppose I want to tell you potential difference between any 2 points in a given a field. Suppose you draw a field intensities which is uniform electrical field, you say. In this uniform electrical field, look at here, uniform electrical field, clear? Say suppose there is a equipotential surface. You say this is the one surface and it is another surface. Of course, the field intensity will be same. Or you say there will be a potential is same at all points. At all points the field intensity will be same. If field intensity will be same at all points, therefore now is asking the potential difference between any 2 points. Difference between any 2 points, what happens? It is A and B, you say. Therefore dV is nothing but we can say VA minus VB, or we can say VB minus VA. So that here the potential VA and you say here the potential VB. So of course here is V and here also V. Therefore the difference between the any 2 points in equipotential surfaces, it remains 0, because the potential is everywhere same. No, when potential is everywhere same, then what will happen? There will be a difference will be 0. Potential difference will be 0 because of the everywhere field intensity will be 0. Field intensity will be same. When field intensity will be same as well as the potential also same, no, then we can say there will be a potential difference between any 2 points is 0. And not only that, you say here work done. Suppose we can say like this, work done in taking a charge from one point to another point. Suppose if I am moving from A to B, If I am moving from A to B, is there any opposition? No, because the potential remains same. If there is a potential is changes, if there is a field is changes, then we can say there will be a work done. But if a charge is moved in a given a potentials, equipotentials, if a charge moving in a equipotentials, so when there is a charge moving from equipotential in a given a field, there is a work done will be 0, because work done is nothing but we can say dV into Q. No? Of course dV is 0, when 0 into Q will be what happens, again it is 0 will get. That's what I mean to say. Equipotential surfaces. See, remember, and another point is there for equipotential surfaces. See, here we know electrical field lines. See, the no electrical field lines, they intersect. Is it intersect the electrical field lines? No. Electrical lines of forces are, they never intersect. Sir, if they intersect, what happens? Of course, there we should get a two magnitude, two directions, which is not possible. In the same manner, here also same. No two electric, I mean to say equipotential surfaces are intersect. No two electric, no equipotential surfaces. No equipotential surfaces are intersect. Two equipotential surfaces are intersect. If they intersect, what happened? Again, we should get a two potential differences vary. But is it possible to get a potential differences changes? No. So that here then that's what we can say. No equipotential surfaces, no two equipotential surfaces are intersect. If they intersect, at the point we will get a what? Where there we should get a field will have a two different directions. At the same point, there will be two different potentials, which is not possible. At the point we should get a two different potentials, and at the point two different electrical field intensities, which is not possible. So that no no equipotential surfaces are intersect. No equipotential surfaces are intersect. And you remember, in case of a uniform electrical field, that is we can say the forces are straight and parallel. The straight and parallel, which one? Equipotential surfaces in case of a uniform. In case of a uniform, what happens? That are parallel that are parallel and straight, and equipotential surfaces are plane perpendicular to the lines. These lines are perpendicular to the planes. These lines are perpendicular to the planes, and which are straight and parallel, and these lines are perpendicular to the equipotential surfaces, which is very, very important, right? And here, suppose if you give a charge like this, therefore for a sphere, therefore what happens? The sphere in a sphere, that is to be like a concentric circles will get like this. It is a one circle, and you say it is another concentric circle will get, because of the potential is very same. You see, if it is, you keep a charge inside like this, you take a charge cube. It is like a uniformly distributed, and it is like a concentric circles, which is forms like this, right? For a sphere it is given like, right? Like it is a similar to like a wave fronts in optics. We know optics also like this only, no? It is like a similar to the optics. Okay, this is about a what? In case of a non-uniform electrical field, so that it is or not a straight, and in case of a equipotential surfaces are curved but still perpendicular to the field. They are not a straight lines, non-uniform. If it is a uniform, they are straight and parallel perpendicular to equipotential surfaces in case of a uniform. Sir, if in case of a non-uniform, they are not a straight and it is perpendicular, however it is perpendicular, but the equipotential surfaces are maybe curved like this. Look at non-uniform, I am telling, they are not a straight, but it is maybe curves like this. We will get a like this. Equipotential surfaces are curved. In case of a non-uniform, it is in case of a uniform. Right. So this is about what? Equipotential surfaces. Remember, equipotential surface is nothing but the potential is to be same at all points is nothing but we can call equipotential surfaces. Equipotential surfaces are nothing but the statement will be the potential is same at every point on the equipotential surface in an electrical field. In a given field, the potential is to be same at all points. If the potential is to be same at all points is nothing but we can call as the equipotential surfaces. So which is known as the equipotential surfaces to be like this. Is it clear? So this is about a what? Related to the equipotential surfaces. Okay, so that it is a related to what we can say, we can call as the equipotential surfaces, which is related to lake. Clear? And you go through this and you refer the notes and you read the notes carefully in case of what equipotential surfaces, and it is given in our material and as well as in Telugu Academy textbook also. So this is what related to equipotential surfaces, and as well as we also finished applications related to the electric potential, that is about a basing by using the Gauss laws. By using a Gauss laws, it is we also finished, right? And here actually there will be a next topic is there on the basis of this, that is related to what here dialectrical constants. I think we know about a dialectrical constant. In the previous, in a last chapter, we finished about a dialectrical constants. Or you remember, for a dialectrical constant K is nothing but a what? Dialectrical constant is nothing but it is a substance, the substance which does not allow the flow of charges. That mean here in case of a dielectric, or we can also call bad conductors, that is nothing but a what? The substances, in that substances electrons are tightly bounded with the nucleus. Very simple. In that substances what happens? The electrons are tightly bounded with the nucleus. That is we can call dielectrical substances or a dielectrical constant. Clear? Dielectrical constants are nothing but a what? There is a substance, in case of that substances electrons are tightly bounded with the nucleus. Very clear it is. In case of conductors, that is the electrons are not tightly bounded with the nucleus. In that there are number of free electrons are available. Clear? There are number of free electrons are available. In case of a semiconductor, it is a semi, we can say it is a partially allows. Like that we have the case in case of a what? Dielectrical constant. We know dielectrical constant K. In case of a air we can say 1, or in vacuum also 1. Like in case of a water we know it is 81. Like in case of a, we know in case of a metal we can say infinite. Like you take a K is equal to bad conductor, which is 0. So these are what related to dialectrical constant and dialectrical slabs. So we'll see this related to this, we have to find electrical field intensity by using a dielectrical substance, and we can also call polarization, because already we know polarization. Of course the polarization is deleted, I told you very clear, but right away it is required here. That's what I told you in that chapter wave optics. Clear? Then we'll see about dielectrics in the next class. Thank you very much. We'll see you in the next class.